One of the things I'd like to encourage everybody who writes is, keep writing. I mean, I know that sounds like a cliche, but write another one, write another one. Think of an idea. I think the greatest thing about getting the first one under your belt and maybe having some success with it, a win, is it makes you want to write more. And I think you have other stories to tell, and you're thinking about them and they come to you. It takes time, but I think good writing begets more writing, and encouragement certainly does that. And one of the things I will tell you, and I don't want to sound in any way, shape, or form jaded, but I come from the world of marketing, which is a fairly jaded business on a large level. And people say, oh, advertising is cutthroat. Is it really like Mad Men? It's worse. But it's also wonderful because you're dealing with creative people and working with creative people every day, even if clients don't like a campaign or something you've done. I mean, I've been on planes and gotten called back from producing them because suddenly the strategy change went rough. But Hollywood is probably twice as bad as that in many respects. But I'll tell you one thing that's really key about this, and it's the nicest thing that has happened to me in this business, and I've been in it, really sort of giving it a full court press since about 2012. You don't meet a lot of people who are advocates. You meet a lot of people who say no, and who don't return your calls, and don't care about you, and may even get you to a point and you go, holy crap, I'm getting there, and then they never call again. Everybody's got that story, actor, writer, producer, director, anybody in Hollywood, anybody who's even probably been around Hollywood for years and maybe succeeded, people have won Academy Awards, they still have to get that next script sold. It's tough for them too. They have to start all over again and get that next one done, but you have to cherish the advocates you can find, and these people are real advocates. I've become friends with these people. I like and respect them. I have relationships with them. I always say Felicity and I are married on some other planet, on some other level. She doesn't say that. That's a great thing to have as resources and people you meet. They're friends, they're colleagues, they're people who want you to succeed and offer these opportunities. I've made great contacts with Scott and Max and you guys, of course, and everything else, and I hope to make contacts with you. So that's the other nice thing about it as a winner, as people who are even connected here and something like that. Call in your friends, call in your advocates. Know that there are some good champions of you out there. It may take a long time for you to get there. I mean, one of my favorite stories is David Webb Peoples, who wrote Unforgiven, and he didn't win the Oscar for it, but it was a Best Picture winner. He wrote that and finally got it to the right people who got it to Clint Eastwood in 1982.
Wow.
1982, and Clint Eastwood said, well, I really like it, but I'm a little young for it. It's like there's a thing called makeup Clint. But he decided to wait 10 years till he's older to do it. Can you imagine having to wait, like, God, I've got this great script, Clint Eastwood wants to do it, I gotta wait for a decade? But he did. So be patient, call in the favors that you can, talk to people who are in the same boat with you, and rely on your friends. One of the funny things, because when I do the Pages Screen, I always talk to the writers who are guests on the Pages Screen podcast that we do for about a half an hour to an hour afterwards, and everybody's got the same story. And they all say the ISA is one of those resources where the people are good, they're smart, and they care. And there's not a lot out there. I can literally list 3 places, and ISA is number 1 on who I've come in contact in the last 7 years that are like, okay, those are quality people.